Greetings, fam. Brief word, brief message, a brief moment with me. Hope you're doing good. Yes, I was reading, been studying just a tad bit, and it seems like the same chime that's ringing in my ear has to deal with leadership and has to deal with people who allow leadership or embrace certain acts from leadership. I want to charge you, if you're one of those individuals who are in leadership, to heed the word of God, which tells us over and over throughout all the wisdom literature that a leader ought to lead justly. And a leader who is one who rejects rebuke or correction is a leader who will utterly fall into destruction. You don't want to allow your stiff-neckedness as a leader to allow you to be destroyed without remedy. And you don't want to be a person who's allowing leadership who has received ill-gotten gains. You don't want to allow them to continue to take charge in such a way that causes a strain on the people. The people are you, the people are us, the people are all the we. And the people has a right to be governed, or have a right to be governed by good leadership and leaders who are able to be held accountable for their acts. A leader should not be one who just seeks his or her own gain, but a leader should always understand that wisdom cometh from someone greater. Wisdom cometh from on high, and wisdom shall lead you into all the right moves to make. And the word of God tells us like this, if I could just read a few of them for you. Blessed is the man who always fears the Lord, but he who hardens his heart falls into trouble. That's Proverbs 28. You can read Proverbs 28 and you'll find all these different same links, analogous verses that seems to be very reflective of the same thing over and over. It warns us that a tyrannical leader or ruler lacks judgment, but he who hates ill-gotten gain will enjoy a long life. What happens is that when you're in leadership, you are always being tempted. And in its temptation, it is tempting you to be one who will always compromise and one who will give up or do anything for a small piece of bread. And the proverb says a small piece of bread. Why? Because it's just letting us know that it doesn't have to be something that's gigantic or enormous. It can be a small bribe, a small thing. And my wife is trying to blend something, so bear with us just for a moment. But it could be a small thing, and that small thing will cause that leader to throw off the cloak of righteousness just for more garments, just for more materialism, just for more power. It's that greed that causes us to do some wicked things. And I want you, as a person who see leadership, you have a right to rebuke leadership. Proverbs 28 verse 23 says, he who rebukes a man will in the end gain more favor than he who has a flattering tongue. You cannot be caught up in just flattering people and pouring into people lies because you want to receive some type of handout or hand up. You have to let them know it is what it is. This is right and this is wrong. By your moral compass, you should be directed, and you should be able to open up your mouth and to be able to spur individuals, spurn them, turn them, correct them. Your silence will be like one who is trying to be in agreement with ill leadership, wicked leadership. I'm going to stop right there. But I come against right now the lies of the enemy and the stiff-necked scale or of Leviathan, that it shall not rule over you or over your people. We come together right now, touching and agreeing that we shall cast off the scales of pride, prejudice, and even now biasness that will operate in your life. That when you step into leadership, you bring all these baggage with you, which causes burdens to lay upon the shoulders and backs of the people that you've been given. Right now, the charge to lead justly. I come against it right now. I speak to right now that timid, cowardice spirit that operates in people that would say, I cannot say anything to cause change. It doesn't matter. Even now, if the people will not listen, it matters if you would just speak the truth. You would speak that which needs to be spoken